and gentlemen, goblins and ghouls, vampires and werewolves, that time of year has come once again where creatures of the night walk Hearth in search of Hearthling children. So board your windows and barricade your doors, because Candledark has arrived, and with it, Alpha 19. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, not only are we going to explore the newest build of StoneHearth, we are going to play the newest iteration of the mod Candledark from the esteemed mod designer Froggy himself. I had the honor of meeting Froggy with the rest of the StoneHearth team during PAX West in Seattle this year, and it was a huge treat to get the chance firsthand to witness his eccentric brilliance in StoneHearth mod design. What is Candledark, you ask? Well, Candledark is a Halloween-inspired mod with all new monsters like vampires that can turn your Hearthlings into mindless wights and new objects called wards to help you in dealing with the new said monsters. For all intents and purposes, Candledark is basically designed to be a bit of an intense tower defense mode for StoneHearth, and you have about 5 Hearth days to deal with all the incoming evil. Also included in this mod is a variety of aesthetically themed objects and clothing. I think it's going to be an absolute blast to play. On top of all that, we'll be exploring Alpha 19, which, incidentally, since I started making this video, has been pushed from the beta branch and is now fully released. Alpha 19's primary focus has been on bringing Raya's children up to speed with the Ascendancy, making it now possible to build township monuments, which will give them access to all the benefits of the higher level towns, including new buildings, traders, and music. Alpha 19 also introduces Hearthling social interactions in the form of speech bubbles, which is interesting, the ability for Hearthlings to create multiple blocks at once, the elimination of resource requirements for scaffolding, and, well, a whole lot more. Enough talk, blah 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 blah, let's just play the game. This is a story of a brave band of settlers from, and because Alpha 19's focus is on Raya's children, of course we're gonna play Raya's children. A society of charming, wily traders, seeking new lands and adventure. They set off to... Now, I'm debating here, but because we played Desert last time, I think we should play Temperate. Now, I know that with Alpha 19, there's some improvements to the Desert, but I think, in particular, we're gonna need all of the resources of Temperate to be able to even survive Candledark, because Candledark is so intense and is going to require a lot of resources that we may not have access to in the desert. And Raya's children themselves might be difficult to play with this Candledark thing too as well. Alright, Darkmoor Forest, a location that is sure to be... Last time we chose hard, and I made some serious sacrifices in playing hard. I made sure to play strictly defensively. Now, I sacrificed all of the fun that we have in building in doing so. And because Candledark is going to be hard in itself, I think we're going to play on normal this time. And just so you know, after the 5 days of Candledark is over, the game continues on as a normal progression. So I think playing on normal is going to be great. We'll get to build buildings again and build our town and become prosperous in different ways and enjoy the game in different ways. So let's do this. Let's begin. Also, before I forget, if you would like to be a Hearthling in our little village, of course, leave a comment below with the name you would like me to use. Preference will always be given to those who comment first and to those who have not been in previous games of mine. And yeah, so I'm going to re-roll until we get a couple good people for warriors. Ooh, 646. Yeah, I'm looking for somebody with high heart. And oh, look at this. Kenka will make an extra good warrior. So I think this is a pretty good start. We've got a 6 and a 5 and a 5 for mine. Hey, right off the bat, that's actually a great little starting group of people. Now, specifically, I am not taking the Trapper's Knife. Normally, in almost every game I play, I take the Trapper's Knife because it does take a long time to get this in the game via the blacksmith. But because Raya's children do not start with the ability to have a carpenter, we're going to need a farmer's hoe. And I know I've never played Candledark, but I do know that we're going to need pumpkins. Pumpkins are a primary resource for building a lot of the things that we need for this mod, so I'm going to go for the farmer's hoe, and also the wooden sword, because I think we're going to need defense fairly quickly. Possibly the herbalist staff, because I think the herbalist plays a much larger role in Candledark as well. I think she also makes potions that can cure things that we wouldn't otherwise be able to cure, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with the farmer's hoe, the wooden sword, and the herbalist staff. Sold! Embark! Alright, let's see if we can find a good spot right away. Of course, I want a place near water. Oh, this looks pretty darn good to me. A place near water. And I don't know, I guess anywhere in here would be probably fine. I want to be able to build a moat too as well. Let's just re-roll a couple times and see what we get here, because it's always interesting to see what you get. But I could honestly, I could spend all day rolling, so I'm not going to do that for too long. This looks all right. Looks all right. I mean, we can also build in here and then build a moat around and build like a big town in the center. I like that idea. It will be very hard to defend though. And I think at the beginning we really have to focus on defense, but we could really get into, oh yeah, we're going to need lots of stone too as well. I don't think we can build clay walls. I don't even know if we can get a stoneworker right away. I don't even know if we can build walls right away. This might be extra challenging playing as Raya's children. You know, let's re-roll. Let's get something a little bit more defendable. I'd like some water right up against the mountainside, or in the mountains would be okay too. Let's see. This might work out really well here, actually. At least to start, we could start our village in this little area and then build a moat around it to prevent bad guys, or to funnel bad guys coming in a certain way. So we get them coming in over here and then moat off this side entirely. So that's actually not a bad little start. Let's do that. Let's start here. There's something new, right? It should be interesting anyway. I will settle here. Now, the one thing we don't have is a lot of stone, but then we can't even use stone right away because we don't have a carpenter to make the mason. Oh, actually, I think you can as with clay working too as well. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Let's just take a look around here. Woo! That's right. Cursor keys. Okay. Oh, actually, this looks like a nice little spot here. This looks really nice. This is what I was originally planning, but this looks equally as appealing. It also has this little indented area, which we could use for just like a giant main hall. And then we could build buildings around it or something around the side here and then do a moat all the way across. That would look, I think that would look really, really good. However, defending this area is going to be a real challenge, and getting stone, we're going to have to travel to get our stone. But then, I mean, well, we could build a clay pit in here or something. Okay, we're going to do this. We may lose this really fast. I don't know, because I've heard that Candledark is a challenge, so who knows? Who knows? What's the worst that could happen, right? Well, we could lose the game. I guess that's the worst that could happen. I've never lost a game, but then I've never played a mod. Oh, what are we going to name our village? Our Candledark village. Hallows Halls. Hallows Halls? No, Hallowshire. Hallowshire. I like that. I like it. Hallowshire. All right, very good. Hallowshire. I would ask you guys, but you'd have to get back to me. And I don't think we can rename our town afterwards. Okay, so let's just pause it here for a moment as we figure out what we're going to do. So what kind of food do we have kicking around? So we've got some berry bushes over here. We've got some berry bushes over here. Any more berry bushes? Oh, there's some over here too as well. Lots of flowers. I think we're going to need all those flowers too for the herbalist. And then this nice little indented area for a massive keep or like a big hall. We can even shape it in the way that it's kind of indented there. I think that'll look really nice. Okay, so first things first, let's get ourselves some farming. Let's hire somebody as a farmer. So who would make a good farmer? Somebody with reasonably high body that allows him to move a little bit faster, but we don't want to use our King Katolum, who's going to be a warrior, and we'll make him a warrior almost immediately. But let's worry about our farmer first. So I think Kiyu Rin would make a good farmer. He does have low spirit, doesn't matter. Mine doesn't matter, but he has high body, which will make him a little bit faster. So let's change him immediately into a farmer. Oh, I have to turn on my music. I've turned off my music accidentally. Whoops. All right, music we'll put back on. We'll put that on at 70. That's usually pretty good. There we go. Resume. And let's also... So we have a farmer. All right, let's get some farmland put down. Oh, we can't. Let's put our stockpile zone. We have to be very cautious. Like, we need to get that moat built immediately. So I think that's what we're going to do right away. Let's get our stockpile zone right about here for now. A nice big one like so. Excellent. We're going to allow everything in there. Let's get some wood cut. Oh, there's no point in cutting wood. We need clay. So let's build a clay pit right away. You know what? I think we'll do our clay pits over here kind of out of the way. But nope, we don't need to do that. First things first, let's build our moat. I think if we did the moat, I'm going to keep it paused here for a moment while I consider what we need to do. So we're going to have to cut down those 2 trees. Come across like this. We'll have to move that silkweed. Oh, the music is different already. The music is different. This is different from before. This is fantastic. I think, you know what? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make, so we'll have the hall open up and we'll do a little place for people to get through right here. So let's cancel this. Hold on, let's, I forget how to do it. It's been a while since I've done all this. Right, I have to go like this and then remove. Yeah, okay, that's kind of a pain because that's right. We can't do this in portions. It has been a while since I've played now, so I think we'll have to do kind of the double, like something like that. That way, when we put our doors here, we can go straight through this way. I think that's a good plan. There we go, and then we'll come across over here, all the way over to here. And then we'll go all the way down. Want to make sure that we have enough room to build a clay pit too as well. Because we will need a clay pit eventually. We're going to have to get rid of these trees. So let's maybe get them started on removing trees. Maybe all the way down here as well. Right up to the water. So the moat will come all the way across like that. I think that should be good to get them started. And while they're working, while they start to do their initial tasks here, what we're going to do is I'm going to hit escape. Why can't I? Okay, there we go. I'm going to move all of the berry bushes in one by one. It's a bit of a pain, but it's worth it. I think we'll do we'll just put them right beside the stockpile for now. This is one of the things I really wish that they would do or allow us to build a, draw a box and move the whole thing in place, as, in the same design as it is, move the whole thing in place. Because right now it is a little piddly to have to move each and every one of these one by one. And then I end up putting them, of course, not even. Maybe they're even. Maybe I got that right. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. I guess I should have put a little bit more space on that in between. Well, that might be okay. So there's those ones. Let's get these ones moved in as well. I'm so excited to be playing this game again. It's been a few months now. I think a couple months at least. Ooh, hold on. Pause. Haggard old man approaches. It's beginning already? Hold on. A haggard old man appears at the edge of your town. The only thing more crooked than his back are his teeth. Why, hello there! The eve of Candledark fast approaches, yet ye haven't even begun to prepare. What? You know, Candledark, strange things are happening at this time of year. So, I do know this much, because this was explained on the page. If you go Please Explain, we get to play the old Candledark. So Candledark 2 that was developed last year. If we hit Deja Vu, we get to play the newest content of Candledark. Now, because I've never played Candledark before, I really think we should do the original Candledark before we do the advanced stuff, because I don't know. I think this is going to be hard enough as it is. So let's do the original one, and then maybe we'll come back and we'll just take a look and see what Deja Vu would do for us eventually, at a later date. If we enjoy Candledark as much as I think we're going to enjoy it, we might even come back to it. So let's do Please Explain. It's the dead. They start stirring. Ye best heed old Elbezar's warning and start your preparation. Where have you been have you been in the berry wine again? Bah, mock all you wish. You best start building your wards, else there'll be trouble. I'll be back in a few days with my wagon to sell you some goods, but in the meanwhile, I'll teach your crafters all I knew. Really? Oh, advanced smithing techniques learned, advanced carpentry techniques learned, advanced cooking techniques learned, advanced masonry techniques, advanced weaving, advanced herbalism. Before I go, here's a few supplies to get you started. Your carpenter can turn them into wards against the undead. 5 pumpkin baskets. However, I don't have a carpenter and I have no way to get a saw right now. So, This may be a complete disaster. Playing Raya's children, this might be a complete disaster. I don't know if we'll even be able to do this. All right, let's get this moving again because we cannot build. Well, like right now, hold on, let's just pause. Like we can, oh boy. So we can change jobs. We can make a clay worker, which we're gonna have to do right away. Let's get our clay worker going. Who's gonna be a good clay worker? Somebody with high mind. Somebody with really high mind. There we go, there's our clay worker. Jelebrin. We are going to change his job into clay working or potting. There we go, and we're gonna get him building his initial stuff right away. There we go. I have to remember it's the number keys to affect the speed here. So they're taking care of all of that, all of those trees. They're eliminating that. And our clay worker, is he coming back? Yes, he's coming back. He's right there. As soon as he grabs his spoon, I think he uses some kind of spoon, or it's like a little spatula thing for his potting career. Now, also, well, we'll wait until we'll continue working on our moat here because I think it's that important. That's probably going to be our saving grace. Oh, we need to get them to cut that down. All right, so let's get started working on. Where is he? Oh, there we are. All right, crafters. Let's build your potter's kiln. Let's get that down right away. Do we have... Oh, we don't have any clay. We don't have any stone either. Okay, we do have some stone here, so let's just collect anything we can. Hold on, harvest. That's right, H to harvest, if I remember correctly. Let's also get some... Well, we'll wait until that food is moved before we start harvesting it. Wow, there's food everywhere, actually. Let's harvest this stone, this stone, this stone. We'll get as much stone as we can from sort of the surrounding countryside here. We will get some stone from the pits or the moats as we build them, which will be helpful. I don't know how well we're going to do with this without a carpenter. I have a feeling this might be designed for the Ascendancy. Hello, well, how come I can't... Oh, there we are. It was just me. User error again. It happens. Let's move all of these if we can. It's piddly work moving all of these. Icekinder, let's pause it here. I'm going to be pausing it a lot because it's going to get really intense and I don't want to miss anything. Where did he go? There we go. All ready to start a new outpost. Hey, my friends! The desert welcomes all of its children. We're not in the desert, dude. We'll be back tomorrow to check on you, but in the meantime, your parents sent these supplies to get you started. 1 prickly pear basket, 1 basket of corn, and 1 pumpkin basket. Many thanks, Honored Elder. Fantastic. All right. We need to get digging, guys. Get digging. We have a long journey ahead of us. I'm so excited. Yeah, I have played one other of Froggy's mods before. I played Frost Feast last year. Frost Feast is the Christmas version of Christmas, or the holiday version of StoneHearth, and it was fun. I did it on stream. I think it was the first time I actually lost a character. I had a character die. I don't know. I think it was just I was on stream and I was nervous. I think at the time it was one of the first times I'd ever streamed, and I was getting hassled by the people on the stream. You know, now I'm so used to that. If I start getting hassled on streams, I just ignore them. Right? It's just that's what you do. But at the time, I was new to streaming. Wow, this is going to be really exciting. I wonder how quickly... I know we have 5 days before the Candledark mod ends. So that means it's going to be 5 days of intense fighting, I'm sure. Okay, so let's harvest what food we have here so far. Whoops. There we go. Excellent. We do have some pumpkin baskets in here. Now, we need to get some more of that clay. We need to get them digging. Why are they not digging? I need you guys also to chop that wood. Oh, I see. They're moving those first, which is probably a good plan. We need to get that food moved before we get ourselves all barricaded in. And then as soon as we're able to build some walls, we will build some walls because that should help our cause. And we do have one person available as a warrior. I don't know if that's going to be enough. As I mentioned before, there are vampires. Apparently, there are vampires in this mod that can bite your Hearthlings and change them into mindless wights or mindless zombies. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if they can still work or they just, I don't know, maybe they just consume resources at that point and they're useless. I don't know. I have no idea. Wow, we actually have a fair amount of food, so that's nice. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, man. How could I be so forgetful? Let's start farming. We do have a farmer. Let's start farming, and we're going to build 1 farm to start. I think we'll do that. We'll kind of do that right here, I think. right next to all the berry bushes. Well, I'm not going to do my old farming trick where I do one row at a time to save space. We're just going to do it this way. We will do one full crop. We can't grow pumpkins. Is it even going to be possible to play this as Raya's children? We can't grow pumpkins. We can maybe buy pumpkins, but we can't grow them. So, and we can't, oh no. Oh no. You know, if we do happen to lose this fairly quickly, we will restart as the Ascendancy, but I was kind of hoping to explore this as the Raya's children. Either way, I mean, I guess we're going to grow carrots. Well, isn't that interesting? What a delightfully terrible and wonderful surprise at the same time. I want a challenge. Well, here we go. I think we're going to have some challenge with this one. I absolutely think this is going to be really, really, really tough to accomplish without having pumpkins. So apparently pumpkins are used to build these wards, these things that will prevent damage or cause damage to the enemies as they come in. Now, that doesn't mean that necessarily we can't buy them. We might be able to buy pumpkins and we might be able to buy those wards too. I think we can, actually. I think that Froggy set it up so that you can buy the wards, but so that means we need to build things in order to sell stuff so that we can buy those wards, and we need to do it fairly quickly, which means we need to get our potter working. But until we get clay, that's really not going to be a thing. I think we're just about done moving all of the berry bushes. We have more than enough food here, I think, to survive for quite some time without worrying too much about food. I wouldn't have gone for the farmer. Well, I don't know what else would I have done? I don't know. Maybe we could have bought pumpkins out of the gate. I don't know. But I don't think it would have changed what I got at the beginning. But I think with Raya's children, we're definitely going to be having some interesting challenges. I love the music. The music is quite nice, and it's totally new. Like, this is something specific to Raya's children. I love that. I love that they have their own music now. So, guys, I need them. Okay, I'm gonna run this at speed 2 most of the time, unless we're doing something that requires a little bit more of a delicate touch. Just because I think we spend a lot of time just watching them do very little. I'm not gonna be playing at speed 3 very often, or you could actually play at speed higher speed than this. I'm not going to do that very often because, if at all, because it can mess with the game engine, or I've seen it mess with the game engine before, and we don't want that to occur. So we got to be really careful with that. Okay, let's build the moat this way. Can I not build the moat the whole way? Oh yeah, there we go. Excellent, excellent. Oh, this is so cool. As they build the moat here, let's make sure that they have a ladder so that they can get up and down, so they don't get trapped in there. Perfect. And it's nighttime. The first night has arrived. We're definitely not going to have enough of anything to get another Hearthling right away, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I can be patient. Like I said, we have to start crafting stuff as soon as possible. Do we have any clay yet? Oops, I didn't mean to pause it. That was by accident. Do we have any clay yet? Can I actually build anything with the clay worker or the potter? We do have some clay. Okay, so let's get the potter's kiln down. Okay, so there we go. And we can build the mason's chisel here. That does require potter level 2. So we're gonna have to build some stuff. Can we build walls at all? No, but we can build clay bricks, and we can use clay as a building material. We can build wood. We should be able to build just basic wood walls. I don't see why we can't do that. But we need to build something for to get the skill level up of our potter. So we're gonna queue this. We're gonna queue clay bricks up, and we're gonna maintain like 25 clay bricks. We're gonna need them to build buildings. We're gonna be building most of our buildings out of clay because I love the way the clay looks too. It's actually quite a wonderful building material. I also want some clay old lamps, but we're not gonna do that right now. We have to wait until he has to be level 2 for that. Maybe we will get some of those queued up. I love these so much. I like the wall-mounted ones though more so. So I don't know, we'll always keep like 5 of those on hand, I think. Perfect. And is there anything else that we can build here that's special? No. This mod was not designed for Raya's children, unfortunately. So we can't build anything special yet. Maybe we build some urns to sell. I don't know. We'll maintain like 10 of those as well, just to sell. Hopefully we'll get enough clay to be able to do some of this stuff. Where is everybody? We're going to need to have a... a ladder in here. We're gonna need to build beds as well, so let's get the potter working on that too. Ah, yes, we can build beds. Let's cube. Well, we need. Oh, he hasn't built his kiln yet. Hold on. Slow it down just a little bit. Why are you guys just... man, I hate it when this happens. So the ladder didn't go all the way down to the bottom because apparently there was something in the way. That's so irritating. Now, hopefully that didn't happen there. Nope, that's fine. Yeah, so the Hearthlings have not improved in intelligence. Now, you may have seen little speech bubbles there. They will talk to each other now. They haven't established what the Hearthlings are saying when those speech bubbles appear, but during their downtimes, they will actually, you know, have little conversations with each other, which is kind of cool. I really like that idea. I'm really looking forward to sort of seeing where they're gonna go with that. I think that'll be kind of fun. Hopefully that connects. That will connect just nicely as soon as we get rid of those trees. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so now we'll get, hopefully our clay worker will get to work here building that potter's kiln. I think we did queue it up. I'm sure we queued it up, but let's just be sure. We could go check on him. I slowed it down a little bit. Ooh, daily update. We've got more than enough food. We've got more than enough morale. It's net worth, of course. We need to start building stuff, but we can't until we get our clay worker. We need that potter's kiln. I thought... oh, we have to place it. Ah, man, it has been a while since I played this game, so, you know, go gentle on me there. Place the item. Hello, place. Still, sometimes when you click, it still doesn't do anything. That's weird. All right, let's place the potter's kiln right here. That should be good. Yeah, I forget. You know, it's been, like I said, it's been a few months since I've played, so be gentle with me. Be gentle. I will get better. I'm remembering this already again. I love this game. It is so much fun. Such a blast to play. So we are getting a little bit of stone in there as well, which will be helpful, hopefully. Okay, there we go. We've got our potter's kiln. Now our clay worker should start to get to work. I brought down the speed now because I just, because I'm still remembering how to play this. So we've got some beds. Let's just craft like 6 of those for now. That should be good. That way they have a place to sleep. That'll improve their morale. We could do some chairs and tables too, just to kind of get things off the ground. Oh, hold on. Iskender trading. Oh, there's nothing here we can sell. We have clay and we have wood. We could sell our wood, but I think we will use our wood. Oh, Elbezar Grimrock returns with his cart. Hold on. Pause. What is this? A decorative burial mound. Here lies, you can't quite make out the name. It's a grave. Oh, I love it. A Candledark pinata filled with treats. Wow, these are expensive. 40, 60 for the pinata. Carved pumpkin ward. A ward a day keeps the zombies away. So these are 10 gold a piece. We've got pumpkin lanterns keep undead away. So these, do they just keep them away? Or do they damage them? Or what the deal is? Simple scarecrow, scary. So that will also scare them away. But these are really expensive. The pumpkin wards are probably the least expensive. Then we have the plushy toy ghost. Aw, cute. Fantastic. But we have nothing to sell. Oh, we could sell nothing. There's nothing we can sell at this point. I don't want to be selling our food. I think that's silly. So we need to get some stuff built right away. So I think the urns are a good plan. But I'm wondering, maybe we need to do more than that. Let's start building like some tables and chairs. Like let's maintain 10 of those. Let's build, we can only build the one type of urn. Let's build some more chairs too as well. Cause we can, we can't build those right now. Can we build, we can build doors. They require one clay. I don't know. I like the blue doors. Let's maintain 10 of those too. Let's just get a bunch of stuff built that we can sell. I think that's the key, the biggest thing right now. And I don't remember what's going to sell for good money, but we're off and running. Let's go. Let's unpause. Excellent. I need them to eliminate that tree so I can finish building the rest of that moat too as well. Guys, we are out of time, but remember to leave your comments below if you want to be a Hearthling in this game. There is, I want a word of warning for everybody. Because Candledark is supposed to be like a tower defense and a difficult game to play in itself, and that we are playing Raya's children, understand that Hearthlings are going to die in this. I am sure that we're going to lose Hearthlings. This will probably be the first game that I've played on YouTube where Hearthlings will actually die. Oh, I'm just gonna pause it here. Yeah, so just a word of warning, if you want to be a Hearthling, that's great. Just keep in mind that Hearthlings are gonna die in this series. Anyway, I'm really excited to be starting a brand new series, and I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. We will see you next time. Take care.